Ask the questions that are on your mind. Your parents may have their questions, but you have questions too. There are lots of reasons why some teens feel shy about asking questions. The doctor seems to be busy, in a hurry. Or in the past, your mom or dad asked all the questions. Or you don't want to seem dumb by asking about things that you think you should already know or understand. Or you feel uncomfortable about asking certain personal, private things, especially if your parents are in the room. Or maybe you want to get it over with quickly and just get out of there.
Because the doctors, they don't have as much time. They got to see this patient, you only get about 15 minutes per patient and kind of get everything in. And as I realized I was being ignored sometimes, that's when I realized I needed help, and I wasn't getting through to them. So I needed to get tips, and that's when I went to outside resources to help me. So I didn't really practice. I just wrote them down, and then I've had like my caseworker or like a nurse that I was really close to that worked with the doctor going with me to kind of help me mediate at first, or maybe my mom or something help me, be forceful. And then after that, I kind of would practice runs with other people. That's when I got it. I was just like, I can handle this now.
It's true. Doctors are busy and they don't want to waste time. Who does? But if they see that you're serious and you truly want to learn, they'll usually take the time to explain things to you. Doctors want their patients to be knowledgeable, and they're happy when their patients take the time to think about their questions or bring written questions with them. If you've had your health condition for a long time, it might seem that you don't really have any questions. But take a minute now and ask yourself this. Do I really understand what causes my health condition or disability? Do I understand all the ways my health condition affects my body now? Do I know all the ways that my health condition might affect my body when I get older? Do I understand how my medicine works? Do I understand what will happen if I don't take each of my medicines or do each of my treatments when I'm supposed to? Be honest with yourself. If you can't answer each of these 5 questions fully, ask your doctor and find out. Write out your questions using a computer or paper and pencil. Take a copy of your questions with you to the doctor's office. Do some internet research, then compare what you find on the internet with what your doctor has to say. If you have questions you want to ask your doctor in private, tell your parents you'd like to speak with the doctor alone. If you're younger than 18, your parents have to give their consent, but if you're over 18, it's your legal right and it's confidential.
A lot of times when you're in the room with your parents and the doctor, you want to ask the doctor stuff, but you don't want to ask the doctor stuff in front of your parents. And I guess it creates more stress, because you want to ask the question, but you're afraid of your parents' reaction or your guardian's reaction.
Dr. Gardner, at my most recent physical, definitely expressed extreme satisfaction with the fact that I was going there by myself, the fact that I was branching away from my parents. And he felt freer asking me more personal questions.
Before you begin, it's a good idea to set the stage. Tell the doctor you have some questions you'd like to ask. You can say, I have some questions. Is this a good time to ask them, or should I wait until the end of the appointment? Ask one question at a time. If you don't understand the doctor's answer, ask him or her to explain it again. There are no dumb questions. Your healthcare provider wants you to have the knowledge you need. Doctors often explain things in complicated words without even realizing it. If you don't understand, you might say, what does that mean in plain English? Could you explain that to me again? Please tell me more about that. Could you write that down for me? Where can I find more information about this? Is there something you can give me to read? As a doctor is explaining something new to you, take notes. That way, if there's some part of it you don't understand, you can go back and ask before you leave the office.